Welcome back. Up next, Kelsey Epperson got a chance to talk to Coach Rodriguez and about his plans that are not at Baker.
Defensive coordinator Coach Oscar Rodriguez is spending the week packing up his belongings in the Baker football coaching offices to move up in his career as the associate head coach and co-defensive coordinator at Hutchinson Community College in Hutchinson, Kansas. Rodriguez has been on the Baker staff for the past 2 years running the team's defense. He explains his new job as a step up professionally and a chance to be closer to his family and 3-year-old daughter, but will miss home at Baker.
But when you've been a part of a place where you've been successful, people have been good to you, you get comfortable in a sense of, you're happy in life, you like where you live, and you're winning ball games. So you build a lot of great relationships, not with only your players, but people with Baker. And for me, it is bittersweet because you're leaving a place that you like. You're not on your way out the door just chomping at the bit to get out. So.
Former Wildcat player and current defensive backs coach Eric Allen says the team will lose a discipline factor and the hard work ethic mentality from Coach Rodriguez.
I don't miss a lot about him, just his work ethic and how we had a relationship as a player on the field, and then it transitioned to me being his assistant, just knowing he was always around, but now I'm knowing that I'm going to have a lot more weight on my shoulders that he's not going to be able to take, so I'm just going to try to learn everything that he taught me to transition and making these players better.
Rodriguez's new position will allow him important skills such as interacting with the media and overall budgeting of a program to fulfill his ultimate career goal of a collegiate head coach.
Say our head coach got sick, now I'd be the guy in command. And, for me, that's something I look forward to because I do want to be a head coach and one day see what I can do as far as putting the staff together and running my own program.
Rodriguez explains that this job has been in the works for a while after talking to a member of the Hutchinson coaching staff at a football convention in Orlando. He just accepted the job 2 to 3 weeks ago and begins coaching duties March 1st.
But now it's kind of nice to be able to say, hey, this is the life-changing move I'm making for myself. And March 1st will be here a week from today, so it's crazy. It's hitting me, Eventually I'll be packing everything up in here in my office, so and that's gonna be surreal for me.
This has been Kelsey Epperson, KNBU TV.
Thanks, Kelsey. For this week's sports, we're going to send it to Patrick Mirch and Chris Atlakson, who are on location in the Baker locker room.
Hi, and welcome to Sports Chat. This is our second show of the semester. I'm Patrick Mirch.
And I'm Chris Atlakson.
All right, let's get started off with a little Baker basketball. The Baker men lost at Missouri Valley this past weekend. However, there were 3 Baker players that scored in double figures, including senior Brock Etner, Malcolm Greer, and Jarius Wolbeck. The Baker women lost in a buzzer beater, 59-58 to Missouri Valley this past weekend. Emily Gibson led the way for the Wildcats with 18 points while pulling down 13 rebounds for her 16th double-double of the season. The Baker softball team will be playing in Olathe this weekend at the Mid-American Nazarene Tournament. Now, Chris, what can you tell us about the Baker men's baseball team?
Well, for the first 2 games, they ended up dropping a pair to Rogers State University on Saturday, both by a score of 2-1. That leaves them at 0-2 on the season. However, they're looking to bounce back on February 27th when they host Park University.
Now, Chris, what can you tell us about the Baker track teams?
Well, the track team went to Iowa for the Hack Indoor Championship at Graceland University this past weekend. The women's team ended up placing 5th with 87 points, and the men ranked 4th, totaling 74 points in this 2-day event.
Okay, what can you tell us about any of the individuals?
Well, I know that freshman Karina Patz, who ran the 1,000-meter run, was a first place in her respective event, and junior Carrie Lister got shot put, senior Kayla Irwin, pole vault, and Shay Mangrosino in the pentathlon all got first in their.
All right, so what can you tell us about the Baker wrestling team?
Well, the Baker wrestling team ended up getting 5th overall at their tournament in Oskaloosa, Iowa, with Jacob Nowak being one of the top finishers, finishing 4th.
Okay, and Nowak's actually one of the wrestlers that has qualified for nationals, isn't it?
Yes, we've had quite a few qualify for nationals.
Okay, can you give us a little rundown of who that is?
Well, there's Andrew Hurla at 149, Jacob Nowak, Joe Pace, Gebhardt, Alan Callahan. There's pretty much most of the varsity starting wrestlers are going to nationals.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the wrestling team had a pretty fair weekend this weekend. Good luck to those guys competing in nationals March 6th in Oklahoma City. But this does it for us here at Sports Chat. I'm Patrick Mirch.
And I'm Chris Atlakson.
Thanks, guys. We have a quick correction from last week. The dance team actually got 4th instead of 7th at their dance competition. Well, this wraps up this week's episode of Orangeline. I'm Alex Shirelli. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.